Chapter 1. My husband is a traveler from another dimension. He's forbidden from forming emotional attachments with people in these smaller worlds, but he fell for me at first sight. Every time his heart fluttered for me, it was followed by the soul-tearing agony of his world's punishment. He had already endured that torture 99 times for my sake. And I was kidnapped and taken into cartel territory, where I was beaten and tortured daily. On the verge of breaking, I remembered the secret method Elias had taught me to contact him across dimensions. But when I connected, I overheard a conversation between Elias and his mentor from his own world. Elias, how could you personally contact that organization, and have them take Avery? Isn't she the love of your life? My husband's voice was as cold as steel. That ordeal was originally meant for the supporting character Lila. To save her, I had no other choice. Avery is the protagonist of this world. She's protected by this world's destiny. Nothing can truly happen to her. Once this mission is complete, I can stay in this dimension forever. I'll make it up to her then. My heart shattered. As the brutes closed in on me again, I gave up the will to fight. Chapter 2. K. This one's bones are tough. A man's voice, dripping with sarcasm, echoed in the dank room. A searing pain shot up my left leg. The agony was so intense that a pained grunt finally escaped my lips. Oh? Decided to make a sound, have we? The man seemed to find this amusing. I forced my eyes open. Oh, the man leaning over me had a jagged scar across his face, his eyes twisted with a sick excitement. He brandished a red-hot iron rod in front of my face, then shoved it violently against my chest. Arg! I screamed. It felt like my insides were boiling, the burning sensation spreading through every nerve in my body. That's more like it. It's no fun if you don't scream, the man cackled, satisfied. He then pressed the rod against my shoulder. I clenched my jaw, fighting to stay silent. I knew the more I struggled, the more they enjoyed it. All I could do was endure, praying for it to end. They'd already severed the tendons in my wrists and ankles. I was nothing but a broken doll for them to abuse. Which number is this? Have we used 8 different instruments yet? It was Elias's voice, clear and calm as always, coming through the connection. This is the 7th. Does it really have to be so exact? His mentor asked, a hint of pity in her tone. You know Avery was the one who saved you back then. Why are you so determined to repay this debt to Lila? My eyelashes trembled. During that landslide years ago, I was the one who clawed through the rubble to dig him out. I carried him to safety before collapsing from exhaustion. When he woke up, he insisted that Lila was his savior. No matter how I tried to explain, he wouldn't believe me. It turns out, it wasn't that he didn't believe me, he was doing it on purpose. Marrying Avery already betrayed Lila's devotion to me. I don't want her to suffer through this too, Elias said. If a woman goes through something like this, her life is ruined. Elias sighed, his voice filled with a hollow guilt. Lying on the filthy plank of wood, I laughed until tears streamed down my face. He knew this would ruin a woman's life, yet he was still so heartless. He claimed to love me, but he was the one who pushed me into this hell. Did his betrayal not count? A sharp pain erupted in my abdomen. I gasped for air, but all that came out was blood. One of the men across the room yelled in panic, "What's wrong with her? Is she dying?" His mentor's voice grew tense. Elias, Avery is fading. She's... Don't tell me the details, Elias cut her off, his voice strained with pain. It'll hurt too much. Okay. Next, let's destroy her ability to ever be a mother. What? His mentor exclaimed. Don't you want children? I thought you loved kids. I'll love Avery even if she can't have children. We don't need them. It has to be exactly the same, otherwise the events of the script will happen to Lila instead. Ilia's tone was unwavering, but to me, it sounded like the devil's whisper. Brr. Soon someone brought over a heavy, jagged medical instrument. Even in my despair, a primal fear seized me, and I tried to scramble backward. I didn't want to lose that part of myself. The cruelty of it was unimaginable. Elias was always so affectionate, talking about the family we would build. He always said how much he longed for our child, dreaming of our future as a happy family of 3. I had planned to start trying for a baby with him as soon as this mission was over. And now he wanted to take that possibility away from me forever. Before I could react, rough hands pinned me down, and an all-encompassing agony ripped through my lower abdomen. Oh! The pain was so intense I nearly passed out, but they had given me a shot to keep me awake. I was forced to remain conscious, to feel every second of this hellish torture. She's never going to have a kid now, what a waste, the man muttered, looking away from the bloody mess he'd made. Through the haze of pain, I heard Ilyas's voice again, with a tremor he couldn't hide. Avery, you have to hold on. Once I complete this mission, I can stay here forever. I promise I'll make it all up to you. Make it up to me with what? His so-called love? A bitter laugh escaped my lips, but no more tears would come. The scumbags dragged my limp body across the floor like a sack of garbage. They sneered as they threw me into a stinking dark water cell. They left me there, submerged in the freezing filthy water. I don't know how much time passed before the cell door finally creaked open. Ilyas's silhouette stood against the light. The panic and pain on his face were so real, as if he was about to burst into tears. He rushed over and threw his arms around me, his voice trem.